vertical live stream, so it's going to be kind of fun to try out, but that'll be a fun time just to kind of like hang out, and I'm making some apple crisps, so I thought we could just hang out, chat about video games, what I've been playing lately, while I make some apple crisps. So yeah, got a bunch of apples here. First step is that I need to like peel and cut all the apples, so I have like a whole bunch of them, so I'm gonna get started with that. I actually don't know if I have an apple peeler. I like just moved into this apartment, so I'm not sure like what I have yet, and I actually like haven't really bought much for baking. That's why I chose to make apple crisps specifically, because I was like, I don't have any like baking supplies. I don't have like pans or anything. I have one dish and that's it. So yeah, it needs to be pretty simple, and apple crisp is definitely very simple to make. So that's why I chose apple crisp, because literally have nothing to bake with. So anyways, I need to see if I have like a peeler for apples. Okay, I don't think so. That's okay, we can do it by hand. I'm also gonna start the oven, so I don't forget to do that. But yeah, anyways, I thought we could make apple crisp and hang out and chat. So hi everybody, how's it going? Sorry if this isn't like super smooth, first time actually doing it like a live stream like this. So still kind of figuring it out as I go, but thanks so much for coming. Nicholas, how's it going? Yeah, I also just wanted to like hang out and talk about video games and like what I've been playing lately. So I'd love to know what you guys have been playing, but I have been playing entirely too many games. I have a problem. There's just too many games out there, and I want to try all of them. So I always end up playing just like way too many at once. But yeah, that's okay. I feel like there are worse problems to have. But yeah, so I've been playing, the one game that I've been getting really into lately is Risk of Rain 2. So freaking good. If you haven't tried it, I would highly recommend getting into it. It's so fun. I'm like a huge fan of Risk of Rain already. Surprisingly, when I first started it, I actually wasn't like super into it. I played a couple games and I was like, I don't know if this is for me. Like, I'm not really like vibing with it. And then I really started getting into it a little more and playing some more, and I was like, wow, this game is amazing. Specifically, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Returnal, so I really like that like roguelike genre, and just like I think Returnal is such a fun game. So I was looking for something kind of like that, which is how I got into Risk of Rain. Also, hi, Solon Wells, hello, how are you doing? Thanks so much for coming. Nicholas, it's going well. You just waiting for people to come over for Thanksgiving. Oh yes, it's American Thanksgiving for anybody here who isn't in the US. I'm from Canada if you guys are new, but I currently am living in the US, so this is one of my like first American Thanksgivings. And the reason I'm baking apple crisp right now is because my one of my friends invited me to come for Thanksgiving with her family, and I wanted to bring something to share, so apple crisp it is. Hi, Lancelot. Want a Cleveland streamer? Well, I'm like based in California, so if anybody knows California streamers. Funny way to cut an apple. I'm trying to peel it, but I don't own a peeler, so that's what we're doing right now. Probably not the most efficient way to be doing this, but it's all I have, and honestly it's probably gonna take so long to peel this way, but yeah, make an apple crisp. Need to peel a bunch of apples, but this is like all I have. Hey Amanda, what's up? This took me for a surprise. Anyway, you look fantastic and beautiful. Afternoon, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much, Kevin. Yeah, I thought I would just do like a surprise extra stream. If you guys are like new to the channel, I do live stream like normal, horizontal live streams more frequently, and I'll play video games. But YouTube just like started this type of live stream, and I was like, I might as well try not to stab myself. I might as well give it a try, and especially I was making apple crisp, and it's like, it'd be really fun to just hang out and chat while I make apple crisp. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Take my question. Oh my goodness, you guys, we need some nicer stuff in the chat. Happy Thanksgiving, Amanda. Hi, thanks so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Do I need help? I do need help peeling these apples, actually. That would be great. If you could just come and do this for me, that would be helpful. If somebody could come and bring an apple peeler, actually, that would be great. But yeah. So anyways, back to Risk of Rain 2, which is what I was chatting about. It is such a good game. The soundtrack is probably one of the best video game soundtracks I have ever heard. It's incredible. I don't know exactly how to describe the genre of Risk of Rain soundtrack, but it's like synthwave electric guitar. I don't even know, but it's really good, and I could honestly just like hang out and listen to that music all the time. I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad I could make you smile. This is fun. I'm having like a nice time here too. Bitten apple have black over time? Yeah, this one's definitely very brown. I'm gonna have to like cut out a lot, but thankfully we're making apple crisp, so I feel like it doesn't really matter if the apples are a little bit bruised. But yeah. What am I going to do today? So I am baking apple crisp so I can bring it. One of my friends invited me to have Thanksgiving with her family because I'm from Canada, so it's not like Thanksgiving right now. It's just a normal week. So my family isn't like doing anything to celebrate. I don't have any family here in California, so yeah, my friend was really nice and invited me to come and have Thanksgiving with her. So yeah, I'm excited to like have an American Thanksgiving. I think it should be really fun. Am I gonna go to a game convention in LA? I don't know. I mean, I only moved here pretty recently, so I haven't like had time to really explore like what kind of events and stuff are happening in California. I think it'd be fun to go do some stuff in California. There's definitely, or in LA, there's like lots of really cool events around like gaming. But I mean, I'm still like, I'm not super close to LA. I'm like a 6-hour drive away still, so it's not super easy for me to get down. But yeah, I'd definitely like to do something. Hi Miles, how's it going? Yeah, okay. 1 apple done. We have like 10 more to go. But yeah, we're gonna get started on this apple crisp. Yeah, so what if, I'd love to know what people have been playing in this chat. Let me know like what your current like go-to game is right now. Oxygen is the best oxidizer. That makes sense for apples, yeah. Hi, God of the Gaps. That's funny. Is that a play on God of War? Hi, Leon. What is your game of the year? Shout out from the freezing UK. Hi, Leon. Thanks so much for coming. Great question. Okay, so I played a lot of the new games this year. Like some of the big ones that I played are Stellar Blade, currently playing Black Myth Wukong, and I played Astrobot. Stellar Blade did not make the list of Game of the Year, which I really love Stellar Blade, but I kind of understand why it maybe like didn't end up on the Game of the Year list, just because it had like a few things that I think people didn't really like, which I love the game personally, but yeah, so between Black Myth Wukong and, and then Shadow of the Erdtree, I keep forgetting that that's actually a Game of the Year nominee since it's just like a DLC. Yeah, so I played those three. Between Wukong, Astrobot, and Shadow of the Erdtree, I think my Game of the Year is probably Astrobot. I love the other games. Like I'm a huge fan of Wukong. I've really been enjoying my playthrough of that, and I also really like Shadow of the Erdtree. But I just think Astrobot does something like kind of different that we haven't seen like in a while, and it's just such a flawless game. Like they set out to make a platformer, and it is perfect. It runs so well. There are so many really cool mechanics in the game, and so I think it like deserves to win Game of the Year. I know some people think it's too short for Game of the Year. Personally, I don't mind short games if they really pack them like well and do like a perfect short game. I think that's totally fine to have it shorter if they're really gonna like make it good for those few hours. So I think Astrobot should win, but again, like I really love all the games that have been nominated that I played, and I would be happy to see any of them win Game of the Year. So yeah. It's been okay, just got a cold, so you're taking the day off. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better, Miles. Hey Southie! Sorry, I'm like missing some of this chat while I'm cutting the apples, but you worked at EA in Redwood Shores. I know that drive all too well. That is so cool that you worked for EA. That's awesome. I wish someday that I could like be a little bit more involved in like the dev space. I feel like I'm never gonna be like a video game developer, but it'd be so cool to just be able to see like how that process works and like actually making the games that we love so much. Anyways, yeah, Miles, I hope you feel better soon. Where am I from? I'm originally from Canada, so I'm Canadian, but I currently live in California, which it is sunny here all the time, every day. It's so nice out. Even right now, it's like 16 degrees Celsius and sunny, so that part is kind of nice. Leon, you're enjoying Astrobot? It's so fun. That game is just pure fun and nothing else. Like, it's just enjoyable. I feel like you can't help but be super happy when you're playing Astrobot. Liza P, did that come out this year? I thought that came out maybe at a different year, but I've heard really good things about that game. I definitely wanna try it as well. Wukong is amazing, really good job. I do really love Wukong as well. I'm a huge fan of it, and like I would be so happy if it ended up winning Game of the Year as well. Your favorite PS game is Returnal. Hell yeah, Leon, me too. I love Returnal. I hope they announce another game soon, the studio, because Returnal came out like a few years ago now, so I feel like they've got to have been working on something. I'm so excited to find out what it actually is, so hopefully we get kind of some news on their next game soon. But yeah, huge fan of Returnal as well. And that's why I got into Risk of Rain, so you should definitely try Risk of Rain too if you're a Returnal fan. Happy Thanksgiving, Jaron! Thanks so much. I hope you're having a good day. Hi, Safri! Yeah, we were talking about Risk of Rain earlier today, actually. I'm such a fan of it. The item system in the game is also, like, really cool. Yeah, basically you just, like, collect items as you're going through the levels. And it's random, but they stack on top of each other, and it's just, like, so interesting how the kind of math of the items work, like how they add up and stack on top of each other. It's super fun. I love Risk of Rain. It's been my, like, if I'm just hanging out in the evenings and want to just, like, pick up a video game and play for a bit, that's been my go-to lately. Especially because, like, you kind of go through, it's kind of like Returnal in that, like, you go through and you redo the whole, like, every single level each time you die. But you can start a game and it just goes on, you go through a few levels and it takes, like, about an hour to go through all the levels in one round. And so it's kind of fun. You can just put it on and casually play, and it's like you don't have to really like commit a lot of time to it. What am I doing for Thanksgiving? Well, right now I'm making apple crisp because one of my friends invited me to have Thanksgiving with her family. So I'm gonna be going there like later this afternoon and having dinner with her. I think it's gonna be really nice. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been in the U.S. for Thanksgiving much, so it's kind of cool to be here and like experience a real American Thanksgiving. You still haven't played Rise of Ronin. It looks really good. Any thoughts on it? I haven't played Rise of Ronin either. I heard like mixed reviews about Rise of Ronin. It seems like it was fun, but maybe not like up to the standards of like Ghost of Tsushima per se. But I wouldn't mind like casually playing it at some point. I do love that genre. And yeah, like I feel like it was one of those games that's like, you know, a solid like 7 out of 10 maybe. Like it's a good game, but like not, you know, like up there with some other games. But sounds like totally enjoyable and fun and just like a fun experience as long as you're not expecting it to be like Ghost of Tsushima exactly, you know. Rock Guards, Dollar Friend, thank you. I hope you guys are having a good day. Is anybody, I mean, I know not everybody is celebrating Thanksgiving right now, but is anybody doing anything fun for Thanksgiving today? I have to say, I find it so strange that US Thanksgiving is on a Thursday for one, just like in the middle of the week randomly. And then also that it's in like the end of November. It's so late to have a holiday, so close to Christmas. Like in Canada, our Thanksgiving is in October. So it's like definitely very fall themed. You're not too close to Christmas. You get like some time off, spread out a bit, and you don't have to travel to see family like back to back pretty much. So yeah, I feel like American Thanksgiving is a very weird time, but that's just me. Would I ever play Silent Hill 2 Remake? Oh, definitely. Somebody actually just sent me Silent Hill 2 in my P.O. box, so I can actually play it now, and I'm super excited. We're definitely starting Red Dead Redemption 2 on the channel next, but I was thinking for like the other game that we start once we finish Wukong, it would maybe be either Silent Hill 2 or GTA 5. I'd really like to start GTA 5 so I can like get through it before GTA 6 comes out, but also I really want to play Silent Hill 2 because it sounds so good, and I think it's a shorter game than GTA 5, so yeah, definitely. It's high on my list to play soon. Hi, Ubad Babar. Hopefully I said that right. Hello, good morning. How's it going? We are baking apple crisp. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm actually like doing here, but currently I'm peeling apples for an apple crisp. Yeah, I mentioned earlier, but I have like no baking supplies yet because I just moved to California and I haven't like stocked my kitchen. So apple crisp was like one of the only things that I could actually make that I have like all the stuff for. Also, there's like an egg shortage here for some reason, which is crazy. And so I couldn't find eggs anywhere, and so many recipes call for eggs. So again, this was kind of like my limited options of things that I could make. Also, I need to be careful like not to cut myself because I was cooking a couple days ago and I was making like squash soup, and I like very badly cut my finger. You can probably kind of see it right now. I like just totally just cut into my finger. It was not good. It was bleeding everywhere. And I kind of fainted a little bit after, which is not good. I'm not normally one to faint at the sight of blood, but it was a pretty nasty cut, and I was all on my own, and I like panicked and then almost fainted, which is so silly. But yeah, I'm totally fine now. It's like not even that bad, but yeah, like need to not cut my finger again while I'm doing this. So Until Dawn remake seemed okay. Thoughts? Yeah, I heard mixed reviews about that one as well. I really like Until Dawn, and the like original version of Until Dawn was one of the first games that I actually ever played on the channel. So you can go see my like original playthrough from like 4 years ago, and I was just starting on YouTube, and I was like so shy in front of the camera because I wasn't used to it yet. But yeah, so I really like Until Dawn. Like, I'm a huge fan of the game. It started off my YouTube career, like it kind of holds a special place in my heart because of that. And so I was definitely interested in the PS5 remake, but it seems like it wasn't super popular as a remake, or for some people. I don't know, it seems like there was maybe some issues, but I'd still like to give it a try at some point. I'm just trying not to buy like every brand new game that comes out because there are so many, and it gets so costly, like buying all of them right from release. So that's one that I might like wait until it goes on sale and then pick it up. Will you continue with Alan Wake series or streaming? I don't know. I have a bad habit of live streaming games and like just switching between games like far too much when I'm streaming. Because there's just so many games that I want to play, and I'll like start something and then something else will come up and I'll like start on that one. So when it comes to live streaming, I kind of have like a bad habit of just like starting playthroughs and then not finishing them. I'd like to play Alan Wake 2 for sure someday, and it'd be nice to finish Alan Wake 1 before I get into that. So possibly. The answer is I really don't know. I did enjoy the game and I'd like to continue playing it, but we'll kind of see what happens. I make no promises on live stream games. Your fingers play well. I know, this is my like the control stick thumb too, so it's a little bit painful gaming for a little while there, but it's fine now. Hi Richard, how's it going? Good afternoon. Busy as you can expect, but here to say I'm thankful for you, your smile, and how you're lovely, so loving to everyone. It is appreciated. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving, Richard. I'm glad you could stop by and say hello, and I hope you have a great day with your family today. Yeah, is anybody gonna be spending tonight gaming? Maybe after Thanksgiving dinner when we're all like super full from eating so much food, then that's perfect time for gaming. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play some Risk of Rain 2 tonight because that's just the game that I'm obsessed with. But also I'm excited to play some more Wukong because I'm only like a couple episodes ahead of what I've released on YouTube so far. Like I have a couple episodes I need to edit. But there's been some like really fun boss fights that I played recently, so I'm excited to like keep going with that. I had one that actually like really challenged me. I found so far with Wukong, I really love the style of the boss fights, and they're very unique. Like all of the boss fights feel so different from each other. It doesn't feel repetitive at all so far. I haven't found the boss fights to be quite as challenging as some games, especially like if you compare it to a From Software game, which it really isn't like, you know, a Souls-like in some ways. It's kind of a little bit different. But anyways, it has a similar feeling to some of the From Software games. But definitely not as challenging because of like all the access to spells and stuff. But not that that's like a criticism, it's kind of nice sometimes to have boss fights that aren't just like insanely difficult, you know? But yeah, so I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah, I had a boss fight that was really challenging recently and like really pushed me to use just like dodging and attacks properly and strategically and not rely too heavily on spells. And yeah, I kind of enjoyed that. It was like fun to have the challenge. But yeah, I really like Wukong. I feel like I've been playing on the PlayStation 5 and I don't think the graphics like are super incredible on the PlayStation 5. I don't know what it's like on the PC, but I wouldn't say like the PlayStation 5 graphics are incredible, but it's still a nice looking game and it runs decently well and I'm really enjoying it. Like I think the combat is really fun. Would you like to play some race games like Need for Speed or Mario Kart? I would love to get Mario Kart. I have a Switch, and I feel like I need to get Mario Kart, especially like sometimes in like IRL off YouTube, like, you know, have like game nights and stuff with just like people I know in my regular life. I feel like it'd be really fun to just have Mario Kart to play. I'm a huge fan of CTR. That's like honestly one of my most played games. I have like hundreds of hours in that game. I'm a huge fan of it. So I do like racing games, but I haven't played like a huge amount of them. Like I played obviously Mario Kart, played CTR, I played a little bit of Gran Turismo, but yeah, I do like racing games. I'm not married. Nope. I am living my unmarried life. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of my friends have gotten married in the last like year or so. So I guess I'm like at the point in life when people are starting to get married. But to me, I'm like just starting my PhD program, like getting into my career, like have a lot of exciting things going on with that. So I probably won't get married for a while still. Like it's not something that I'm like quite ready to like go through with marriage. Like I don't know. I just have like I feel like I'm fine to wait a few more years before thinking about getting married. I'm so tired this cold is kicking your butt. Have a fantastic day and happy Thanksgiving to you and your loved ones. Thanks so much for coming, Miles. I really hope you start to feel better. That sucks to have a cold today of all days, but well, maybe it's not a holiday there. But anyways, I really hope you feel better. And yeah, having a cold is the worst. The worst to me is when you have a cold, but it's so bad that you can't play video games, so you're just like home doing nothing. Like, you know, it's great when you like have a cold and you can just like take some time off and play video games, but when you're like truly sick and can't even do that, it's like, oh man, just like I can't even do anything fun right now. Yeah, what else have I been playing? I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 as well. It's been a couple weeks, like I put it down for a couple weeks since I've been like getting really into Risk of Rain. But yeah, I really like Baldur's Gate as well. I feel like it's just such a massive game, so I'm kind of glad, like I started it on stream and then I ended up just like playing on my own for a while because I just like, it's such a huge game that I was like, I need a little, I don't know, like I just feel like it wasn't for me like a great streaming game. But I'm really enjoying just playing it, and the story's super fun. I like going through like all the D&D characters, and I actually really like D&D, so it's kind of fun to like play a D&D game. I have a D&D campaign going with some of my friends from high school, and yeah, I love D&D. I also listen to this podcast called NADPod, Not Another D&D Podcast. It's so long, there are like hundreds of episodes, and I just finished the first campaign, which is genuinely like 300 hours long. But it's so fun. I love listening to D&D campaigns, and yeah, so big fan of that one. It's pretty fun. You're planning to play any GTA 5, and those games are almost infinity, and you can drive all you want. Yeah, I know that's a really long game. Like I feel like there's so much we can do with that, and I'm excited to get into the whole world of GTA. Like it's gonna be a very like fun, silly time. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully I can make you guys bring a little smile in your afternoon as well. Yeah, I'm happy that I get a week off right now for Thanksgiving. It's normally like I have, for those of you who don't know, I'm like a PhD student right now. So, you know, I have like classes and stuff. But I got this week off because of Thanksgiving. It's been so nice to have a break from everything. Like I definitely needed it at this point of the semester. I've been able to play way more video games and like sleep in and just hang out and work on YouTube videos. Oh, also, I met for the very first time ever a fellow YouTuber yesterday, which was kind of cool. I've never like met another like YouTube gamer like content creator before. And there's another YouTube creator named Kevin Help Us who lives like semi near to where I moved. So we met up for dinner last night. And it was so fun. It was so like cool to just be able to talk about just like making YouTube videos and gaming and like what it's like to be a YouTuber. And yeah, it was like very cool because I mean I talk about it with some of my friends and stuff in normal life, but nobody else is an actual YouTuber. Most of my friends aren't like into content creation and all that kind of stuff. And if they are, it's just like not this type of content. So it was really fun to just be able to like talk to somebody about what it's like making YouTube videos. And yeah. Hi, Medrivia. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what your YouTube handle is. Madrivia. Hello, thanks so much for coming. Hi Tyler, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for coming by. We're just making apple crisp right now and talking all things video game. So feel free to let me know about some of the games you're playing right now. And if you have any fun plans for today. Yeah, this is so interesting, like doing a vertical live stream like that, because normally I do like horizontal live streams and play video games. So it's definitely different than what I'm used to, but it's kind of fun. I feel like it's a little more casual to do it this way. Like obviously it was like easier to set up in my kitchen with just like my phone versus when I do like a whole vertical live stream using my PC. Like I have like a mic and a camera and all of that. So it was kind of nice way to do it. You guys can hang out with me while I make apple crisp, which is super fun for me. Has anybody been watching Arcane yet? I've been talking about this way too much. I haven't actually even started season 2 yet. I'm just gonna get into it now. I wanted to rewatch season 1 first so I could like remember everything that happened. Oh my god, that show is so good. I am obsessed with Arcane. It's genuinely like, I met up with one of my friends yesterday and I was like, you need to watch Arcane. And she was like, oh, why? And I was like, it is, I think, one of the best animated shows just behind Avatar The Last Airbender. And she like immediately gasped and was like, oh my god, that's huge. And I was like, yeah. Like Avatar The Last Airbender is like the best animated show in my opinion. But Arcane is really good. It's a really good animated TV series. And I think it's like pretty definitely up there, like behind Avatar The Last Airbender. So huge fan. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what season 2 is. I've been trying really hard not to get spoilers for it because so many people are posting about it right now. I'm like, no spoilers, like I want to experience it for myself. So yeah, I've been having, every time there's like one song that I know is very popular and part of the TV series somehow, I don't know exactly how yet, but it's a French song. And it keeps coming up like when I'm scrolling on like TikTok or something, it keeps coming up. And as soon as I hear that song, I'm like, oh no, gotta scroll away. Can't get any spoilers for Arcane. So yeah, but I'm gonna finally start watching it this weekend. And then I can be part of all of the like hype around it and see what's gonna happen. So excited to find out what's gonna happen. They left us on such a big cliffhanger with season 1 that I'm like, I just can't. I can't handle it anymore. I need to know what's gonna happen. Okay, on to the last apple for peeling, and then we can start on like the actual process of making this. I also don't have any like, you know, when you're baking, I feel like something you really need is like a bowl, like a big bowl. I don't have any. So we're gonna make this in a pot, because that's all I have. Oops. Yeah, I actually really love baking. Like I do a lot of like, normally, I used to do a lot of baking because I really love eating desserts in general. So yeah, just like I love baking because then it's like a fun process. It's very like calming and just kind of like nice. But then you get a delicious treat at the end. And yeah, so I normally do a lot of baking, but I've just been so busy in the last like few years that I haven't had as much time. And then now I'm here and I have no baking supplies. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a whole thing to like get all the like trays and pots and like whisk all of the like stuff you need for it. We are friends, Amanda? Yeah, definitely. I think all of my community are part of my like friends. You guys are my friend group, so definitely. But yeah, there's like a lot of supplies you need to get to like really bake, like, you know, like a mixer, just kind of can be expensive if you get the nice ones, and like all the bowls and stuff like that. So I've been too kind of lazy to go and buy like all the supplies for it, but I do really enjoy baking, and it'd be nice to do more stuff like this with you guys. So yeah, maybe I'll finally go buy all my baking supplies now. I think I've done maybe two baking streams before. A long time ago, I did a God of War cake baking stream, which was super fun. The cake turned out very interesting. It did not, I feel like it didn't look super God of War, but that was such a fun stream, so maybe I could do something like that again. Hey girls, how's it going? Happy Thanksgiving! Didn't know we were gonna stream again? Yes, I just like casually decided to. Like I didn't plan this in advance. YouTube recently like started doing vertical live streams like this, and I was gonna make an apple crisp, and I was like, I should just stream baking an apple crisp, and then I can hang out with you guys and chat. So I just like literally decided like half an hour ago to do a stream. But thanks for coming. I'm glad you could make it. How are you today? Are you doing anything fun for Thanksgiving? I mentioned in the stream earlier, but my friend invited me to have Thanksgiving with her and her family, so I am currently baking apple crisp so I can bring it for dinner. But yeah. Yeah, I was saying like Canadian Thanksgiving is in October, so this is like a little different for me to have like Thanksgiving in November. It feels kind of strange, but I'm also excited. I mean, Thanksgiving food is so good. Yeah, what are your guys' like favorite Thanksgiving food? I personally love stuffing. I'm a huge fan of like stuffing it with gravy and mashed potatoes and chicken. Oh, so good. Delicious. It's one of my favorites. Okay, finally finished peeling all of the apples. I don't even know if you can see them on camera, but yeah. Chris, your favorite is mac and cheese. Oh my god, I love mac and cheese too. I didn't really realize mac and cheese was a Thanksgiving food. I think in Canada we don't really like do mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, or at least my family doesn't. But I love mac and cheese. Like it might be one of my favorite foods. So I am on board with you on that one. I also love pumpkin pie. So good. Oh, mashed potatoes. Oh my goodness. Hawaiian rolls. What is a Hawaiian roll? I have never heard of this before. Is that like a spring roll kind of thing? I genuinely have never heard of Hawaiian rolls before. Oh, apple pie. Yeah, I thought about making an apple pie for this instead of an apple crisp. Because I feel like apple crisp was good, but it's pretty like easy to make. And it's like, oh, I should try and make something like a little more exciting, you know? Like my friend like is hosting me with her family, like she's cooking this whole dinner, and that's like so sweet of her to do that. So I should like bring a pie. But one, could not find eggs anywhere. And two, don't have a pie plate or anything like that. And if I'm gonna make a pie, I will actually make the dough myself. Like I like to do the whole thing from scratch. So another time, maybe next year. Me and your friend celebrate Thanksgiving once and we ate apple pie. That was good. Apple pie is the best. I love pie. Pie in general, like all pie is delicious. So I approve of apple pie. It's sweet bread. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up like a picture of this at some point because yeah, I'm so curious now what Hawaiian rolls are. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. I guess it's not like a spring roll, it's more of like a bread roll. Sounds really good. This recipe didn't specify what kind of apple you're supposed to use. Some of it is Granny Smith apples, but hopefully it isn't like too sour or like that wasn't a mistake. You got the day off, so your family. So you're finally cleaning your desk. Nice. That's a great use of your day. That's so funny. I need to do some major cable organization on my streaming area as well. It's kind of a bit of a mess with the cables. Also, I got a desk from IKEA when I moved here to set up my streaming space. And it's not like quite the right size for my room. And also it's just like a cheap like IKEA wooden desk. So at some point I'd like to upgrade and like maybe even get one of those like standing sitting desks so you can like adjust the height. It'd be kind of nice, but we'll see. Hi Most of the Time, how's it going? The vertical stream is cool. Didn't know they introduced this. Apple crisp sounds good. Enjoy. Thank you. Yeah, they just introduced, YouTube like just started the vertical streams. It's pretty new. So I wanted to give it a try today, but yeah, I think what they're trying to do is really like mimic TikTok. Because if you are on TikTok, you know, you like scroll through like vertical videos and all the TikToks, and then they'll have some vertical live streams. So I think YouTube's trying to do like kind of the same idea with like the shorts feed and having these in there. But yeah, that's fun to try. It's honestly really nice to be able to just stream off my phone like this because it's a lot easier to set up for like moving into other spaces besides my desk. So You know those apples. You love those apples. That should be good. I love Granny Smith apples too. They're my favorite for just like eating. Like if I'm just like gonna buy an apple as a snack, Granny Smith all the way. Do you like wine? And if yes, what's your favorite wine? I don't actually love wine. I don't drink all that much in general. Not as like a rule. Like I'll like have a drink here and there, but I just like, I don't know. Most of the time I'm just like, I don't really care to have like alcohol. I do like my fancy like margaritas and stuff, and like a Bellini and a cocktail and all of that. So if I am gonna drink, like I want a fancy cocktail, something like that's sweet and maybe doesn't take that much like alcohol, to be honest. But yeah, I've never really got into wine. Like I will drink a glass of wine here and there, but I don't have. My palate for wine is not well developed. Like I could not tell you the difference between a cheap glass of wine and an expensive glass of wine or anything, or like what type of wine I drink. Happy Thanksgiving! Hi Eric, how's it going? Thanks so much for coming. Do you have any fun plans for Thanksgiving? Alright. I remember I had a friend growing up, like when I eat an apple, I don't eat the core, like I'll just eat the outside. But I remember I had a friend growing up who would just eat the entire apple. Which is like interesting, but also I guess it's like the whole thing is edible, so like less wasteful, but yeah, they would just eat the whole thing, like apple core, apple seeds, all of it. I've been using the oven to cook more because it is surprisingly cold at night here, even in California. And we don't use the heat in my house because, well, one, I'm cheap, and two, it gets really hot during the day, so it's like kind of a waste to turn on the heat just at night. So I've been just like going without heat and just like bundling up at night, but it gets really cold. So I've been like cooking stuff in the oven to warm up the apartment, which sounds crazy, I know, but like the temperatures here are just so weird. Like it's so hot during the day and then it gets so cold at night. So yeah, anyways, that's been my like hack, is like cooking stuff in the oven. You don't have any plans, but you're currently making this nice turkey. It just takes a while. Oh, you're making a turkey. That's so exciting. And that's like a whole thing. Like making a turkey is not like an easy affair. I think that's pretty impressive that you're cooking a turkey. I've never actually cooked like roast turkey before. I've done a lot of like roast chicken, and I love cooking roast chicken, but I've never cooked a turkey before, and it seems like a lot of work. You have to like plan out like exactly how many hours to cook. I know when I've seen my parents cooking turkey, like it's genuinely like a whole affair. So I feel like that's admirable that you are cooking a turkey. Do you guys have any games that you're excited about for next year that you're like looking forward to playing that are coming out? I'm personally, of course, very excited for Ghost of Yote. I cannot wait for that game. That is one game that I am 100% going to buy the collector's edition for. I am so sad that I don't have the collector's edition for Ghost of Tsushima because it looks so cool, and that is one of my favorite games ever. And like, I would die to have a Ghost of Tsushima collector's edition. So 100% going to be buying the Ghost of Yote collector's edition when it comes out. Chris, gotta finish up a few things. You have to go dropping in to say hi. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for coming. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving as well. I'm glad you could drop by and say hello. And yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. There's a lot of apples to chop. This would probably be a lot easier if I actually had like something to peel the apples, but we're making do. Hi Ken, how's it going? You want to play Wolf Among Us 2 when it comes out? Is it released at this point? Or I mean, sorry, is it announced? I bought the Wolf Among Us like months ago to play on the channel. So at some point I'll do a Wolf Among Us playthrough on YouTube. I've heard good things about the game. It sounds really fun. Metroid Prime 4 will be an interesting one. I haven't played any of the Metroid Prime games, so I'll have to like check out some trailers and see if that might be a fun game to get into, but yeah. I feel like next year is going to be a big one because, yeah, I mean, Ghost of Yotei, can't remember when the actual release date for that one is, but at some point we'll get a new Ghost of Tsushima game. But next year is GTA 6 supposedly, so that's going to be a huge gaming release that I'm sure everybody is going to be playing. I feel like it's interesting that like studios are like working their release dates around GTA 6 because I know like once it comes out, that's all people are going to be playing. It's still in development, but the first game is a banger. Yeah, it sounds so good. Like I'm very excited to play Wolf Among Us at some point. I feel like it'll be a really fun playthrough. We just have so many games to play on the channel. It's so little time. I wish I could just spend like all my time gaming, to be honest. Like who needs that regular? Who needs to go to work and all that? I'm just kidding, I obviously need to go to work, but if I didn't have to, I would just spend all day playing video games, and that would be a dream come true. What are your guys' like top game of all time? I'm curious, like what's your like top 3 video games you've ever played? For me, it's definitely God of War, of course, Ghost of Tsushima, and then probably Returnal, but also I'm a huge fan of Sekiro, so it's like a little hard to limit, but for sure my top 2 are God of War and Ghost of Tsushima. But I played Remnant 2 a little while ago, and huge fan of that game. It's really fun. If you haven't played it, I really recommend it. You can play it co-op too, which is really fun. Like just you can play with a friend. And yeah, I really enjoyed Remnant 2, and they actually just finally released the 3rd DLC, so I'm gonna play that, and I might like do a video on it because I just love that game so much. So huge fan of it. You like story games, so Detroit Becomes Human is up there. I've seen a few videos. I haven't played it myself, but I've seen a few other people play like parts of it, not the whole thing, and it seems really fun too. Like I'd like to give it a try someday. I know I say that about like literally every game, but they all sound very cool for different reasons. Another series that seems kind of maybe somewhat close to that is Life is Strange, and that's one that I've been wanting to play for a while as well. Okay, on to the next step. Place the chopped apples, okay, flour, brown sugar, lemon, vanilla, cinnamon. Oh, I do not have like half the ingredients that I need for this apple crisp. I am missing nutmeg, and I'm missing vanilla, but we can make do without those things. Okay, so I need to add flour, okay. First step, okay, so I need 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Kevin, you like Call of Duty? Call of Duty is another one that I've like surprisingly never played, but feel like I need to give it a try at some point. I mean, I like Fortnite, so. Yes, personally your favorite is Life is Strange 2. Okay, yeah, I'm really excited to try them at some point. They seem super fun. I've seen so many people like talk about how much they love the story of Life is Strange. So yeah, I feel like it'd be really cool to give it a try at some point. Okay, so we need 2 tablespoons of flour. See, I don't have an actual bowl big enough for this, so I'm just mixing it in a pot. Which is definitely not pro baker here, but we're making do with what I have in my kitchen. Yeah, Life is Strange is a series that I'd really like to play on YouTube at some point. But I know like there's like what 4 games or something, so I want to wait until I can like play them all and like really do a full like dive into Life is Strange. Okay, so next up I need brown sugar. I waited until yesterday to go get the ingredients that I needed for this, and of course the grocery stores were like sold out of so many things, like anything to do with Thanksgiving. They were sold out. So they didn't actually have brown sugar, which is kind of annoying. So I had this organic coconut sugar, which was super expensive, way more expensive than brown sugar. But I was like, what can I do? I need to get something to bring. Okay, so I need 2 tablespoons of that. Yeah, I really love baking. I feel like it's such a fun pastime because it's just like very peaceful. Like you can just put on like a TV show or a podcast or some music and just bake, and it's really nice. I really like baking. I like it a lot more than cooking. I can cook, and sometimes I do enjoy cooking, but baking is even more fun, and also, I mean, the results are so much better. You get delicious desserts. So, hi Jonathan, how's it going? Happy Thanksgiving. Have you ever thought about playing Minecraft or Roblox? Those games have a huge community of fans. Maybe. I'm not really a big, like, I don't know if this is exactly what you would call Minecraft, but I'm not a big, like, farming type, kind of those very slow-paced games. So I don't know if I'd be super into Minecraft, but also, like, maybe it'd be fun to give it a try. I did used to play a little bit of Sims, like, way back when I was growing up, so maybe I'd like it. Okay, flour, brown sugar, lemon juice. Yeah, I know there's tons of Minecraft fans. I actually, so we have some family friends, and they have like a daughter who's like 10 or 11 years old, and whenever I would go visit her, she would always like show me her Minecraft world and like her whole setup. It was very cute. I would actually love it if I got into Minecraft. I'm trying really hard not to get lemon juice in the cut I have on my hand because that would be so painful. How are you? I'm doing good. I have a week off from school right now because of American Thanksgiving. So it's been so nice to be able to sleep in, to also like stay up late gaming because like normally I'll like, have to go to bed so I can get up for like school and work the next day. But it's been so nice to just like stay up late and play video games and then sleep in and just like have a chill week. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. And also, it's been really fun hanging out and making apple crisp and talking about video games with you guys. So this has been kind of a fun, like, casual stream. Oh, gotta not get all the seeds in here. Yeah, how are you guys doing? Yeah, it's almost at the end of the semester, so in like 2 weeks, I'm actually going back home to Canada, and I really need a break now. I've been like so overworked this semester, so I'm ready for a break. Hi Christy, make it extra crispy, Amanda. I will make it extra crispy just for you. Apple crisp sounds good. I love a crisp. Crisp is delicious. I think it's like one of my favorite desserts because it's so like cozy and just like delicious, and I love fruit, and yeah, so I love crisp. And also, if anybody wants to try making apple crisp, it's actually super easy to make. Like, you don't need a lot of ingredients. You don't need to have like a lot of baking skills. Like as long as you can just follow a simple recipe, it's really easy to make. Am I close to being done with school? Sadly, no. I'm actually doing a PhD right now, which is typically like probably going to take me 4 years. So I'm going to be in school for a while longer, but doing a PhD is actually really different than other like school degrees. It's a lot more like being in a job. So like for one, I get paid to be a PhD student. The other thing is I don't really take a lot of classes. Like I have a couple classes this semester, but after that, like I really won't be doing classes anymore. So it's really just like doing independent work and working on research projects. So it's very, very different from like an undergraduate degree. And like honestly, in my opinion, like it's my job. Like it feels more like I almost prefer to say rather than I'm going to school, like I'd rather say I'm going to work, because it really is kind of way more like a job than it is like typical school. So yeah, that part is kind of interesting. I will be Dr. Roses someday. Not a medical doctor, but I will have a doctor. You guys can all call me Dr. Amanda Roses. Sounds out of context, but do you like Taylor Swift music? And if yes, what's your favorite song of hers? I definitely wouldn't classify myself as like a Swiftie, as like a big fan. I do enjoy her music and like I can appreciate her talent, but I don't really follow her music like super closely. There are some songs that I like. Actually, I have one of her songs on Spotify. So let me find that one, and I can tell you. I guess that would technically be my favorite song. But yeah, like I don't dislike her. I'm not like a big fan. But honestly, I would say if I had the chance to go to her Eras Tour concert, I would, just because I feel like it sounds like so fun being in that energy, even if I'm not a huge fan. And I definitely wouldn't pay like $500-600 to go see her concert. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even pay like $200. But I feel like it'd be a cool experience to just be in her concert and like yeah, I don't know, the energy of it and just like the entertainment and stuff. Let's see what's. Okay, Lover. I guess that's my favorite song of hers. Because it's the only one I actually have on here. So, yeah, I feel like it'd be very fun to go see her concert, just because it would be like a whole, like affair. But I definitely wouldn't say I'm a big like Taylor Swift fan. I don't like really follow her albums all that closely, but I appreciate her. Like she's a talented artist and a talented businesswoman, and I can appreciate that. Okay, so we need to put some salt and then cinnamon. I probably should have bought some nutmeg, but we're gonna be doing it without nutmeg. Do we call you Dr. Roses? Not yet. In like 4 years, you guys can call me Dr. Roses. Hi, Skyline. How's it going? Hey, Amanda. Good to see you are doing well. Holiday season is almost here. Winter approaches. I love winter. I'm so excited to go home to Canada for the holidays. I really hope like we get some big snowstorms because I love having like the holidays and Christmas spirit and snowstorms and all that. Maybe I'll do some holiday baking with you guys, since now we have this like much easier way to do a baking live stream. So, definitely could make some Christmas cookies. Oh, oh my god, okay, this would be so fun. I will definitely bake the Naima bars with you guys at some point. It's a like traditional Canadian Christmas dessert that is basically a layer of like coconut and cocoa powder. It's a bar. And then you have this layer of like creamy, custardy stuff, and then a layer of chocolate on top. It's so good. And I love to make it for Christmas. So maybe I'll do a Nanaimo bar baking stream with you guys at some point. Okay, so then I need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Yeah, I'm so excited for the Christmas holidays. I love Christmas. It's just so fun. I love being around family, and just the whole holiday spirit is so nice. Okay, that's the apples. I liked Lover too, and your favorite is Enchanted. It sounds so good. I'll have to look up Enchanted. I probably would recognize the song if I heard it, but I don't know like just off the top of my head which one that is. Gotta mix up all the apples. Now we got apples and like cinnamon and stuff, so this is gonna be the base of the crisp. Jonathan, you recently bought a PS5 for WooCon. Oh, that's so exciting. What is your graphic setting for the game? I think I have it just like balanced. I forget what the modes are. It's been like a while since I started the game, but I think performance mode probably. Or mixed, if there's a mixed mode, probably in between. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. If you leave a comment on my next Wukong video, that'll remind me to go like check on my PlayStation what the settings are, because I can't remember quite off the top of my head what I have it on. Yeah, that's so exciting. Okay, well now that you have a PlayStation 5, you should definitely play Returnal as well. Great game, fantastic, you will love it. It's like the perfect PlayStation 5 game. Like everybody with a PlayStation 5 should play Returnal because it's so good. Also play Astrobot. Like definitely play Astro's Playroom, that comes for free, because it's so cute. It's really fun and definitely worth play. Like not just for kids too. Yeah, okay. That part is done. So we're like halfway there. So now I have to make the crumble topping, which I'm gonna need another bowl for, and I don't have a bowl for it, so. I guess I'll make it in here. I really need to get, sorry, that was loud. Definitely need to get some more baking supplies, because this is a little messy. Okay, so I need 3/4 cup rolled oats. Okay, so I got some rolled old-fashioned oats from Trader Joe's. They are oven toasted, so hopefully that's not a problem for making this. But we're gonna make do. I wanted to get the cheap ones. Really, I'll check it out after I finish with Pump. Definitely play Returnal, play Astrobot. You gotta do it. Best games. Also, if you want another just like cute fun game, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Fantastic use of the PlayStation 5 technology. It's really good. Okay, so we need 3/4 cups, which I feel like I can probably just figure out from here. Oh my god, feels like it's gonna spill everywhere. Oh, I am definitely spilling this everywhere. Okay, that's good enough. Oh my god, I spilled so many oats on the ground. I don't know how I did that, but they're everywhere. All right, that's fine. Okay, and then the next ingredient that I need, all-purpose flour, so 1/2 cup of that. It says here to like spoon and level the flour. I'm gonna do that. I'm the kind of baker that like will approximate measurements a little bit. If they're like, you have to do this exactly, I'm like, do I really have to do it exactly? Can I just eyeball it a little bit? Honestly, most of the time I think it works out fine. Okay, there's our flour. You're really bad at platforming games. I feel like Astrobot is not an intense platforming game. Like, it is a platforming game, but the platforming is not super challenging. Because, like, I'm also not very good at platforming games. And I tried Crash Bandicoot, and that game killed me. I was so bad at it. It's so hard. So, like, definitely I'm not a, like, pro platformer, but Astrobot is not, like, an insanely difficult platformer. Like, it's a pretty, like, chill, just, like, fun time with that. So I feel like you can definitely enjoy it, even if you're not good at platforming games. How long is my backlog of games? Oh my god. When I look at mine, I will need another life to finish it. Oh, same here. My backlog is massive. I have way too many games. I'm never going to make it through all of them. Because also, it just keeps getting longer. Like, new games come out, they get added to the backlog. I'm never going to make it through my backlog. But honestly, it's not a bad problem to have. Because I always have good games to play. Like, whenever I'm like, okay, what should I play now? I'm like, oh, I got this whole list of amazing games that I can pull out and play. So, yeah, it's the list is never ending for sure. But that's okay. What do you guys think about these vertical live streams? Do you like enjoy it? Because I could also try, I guess, doing it like for a game as well. Which I'm curious. So yeah, I'm curious how you guys like the vertical live stream over my typical like horizontal live streams. Oh, this bowl is way too small for all of this. Okay, just added 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And now I need 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, I totally forgot about butter. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I'm supposed to have cold unsalted butter. Okay, 1/2 cup. I very much forgot to take out butter, and it is fully frozen now, and it's not supposed to be frozen, so that is a bit of a problem, but okay, we need 1/2 cup of butter. Thank God for microwaves. I guess that'll help us here, because I very much forgot about dealing with the butter. Taking that out of the fridge. Oh well. Yeah, anyways. A cooking Christmas stream sounds good. Also, these holidays are so busy for me with my job these days is when I work harder. Sorry if I miss any live streams. Totally understand. I know you guys have like busy lives and things going on, so I totally get when you can't make the live streams. Like no need to apologize about that. I'm just happy when you guys can come by. Vertical sounds so new. Maybe it would work when you play games. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's probably a little bit more complicated to do. Like maybe harder to see for you guys, like if you're trying to watch the game, but it might be fun to just give it a try and see what happens. The funny thing is it's not only games, but we have many good movies, TV shows, animations. It's never ending, too many good stuff in so little time. I totally agree. I also have like a huge backlog of movies. I like watching movies, but I mostly watch TV shows because I really only like to watch movies when I'm like with people to watch it with me. So my backlog of movies is so long as well. Okay, so we did that. Okay, so I need to put the apples in the baking dish now, which I have prepared over here. See, this recipe is so easy. Making apple crisp is genuinely like a very easy recipe to make. I mean, I'm taking my time with it because I'm hanging out and chatting with you guys, but you could easily do this in like half as much time as I'm spending on this. Like if I was just kind of like baking this on my own and not stopping to chat, it would probably take me like half an hour to make this. Okay, so I've spread the apples into the pan. which I will show you guys. Here's our baking tray with all the apples in it. So now we just need to finish up the topping. Okay, I'm gonna need another pot to use as our bowl, since I don't have any actual large bowls to make this in. Give that a quick try. Yeah, I tried making curry squash soup the other day, and it was pretty good. Not as like good as I wanted it to be, but it was still pretty good. And I was like proud of myself for making a big thing of soup. I actually do genuinely enjoy cooking when I have lots of time for it. Okay, so I also need some half teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then some salt. You always add salt even to sweet dishes because it brings out the flavors. And then I think it's just the butter now, which is fully frozen. I fully forgot. This is the one thing I always do when I'm baking, is I constantly forget to take out the ingredients in advance. It's a problem. Okay, so we need, working the butter. All right. I'm gonna put this in the microwave and hope that defrosts it quick enough, because I am way too impatient to wait for this to fully defrost. I actually didn't grow up with a microwave. When I was growing up, my parents, it was at that time when people were still kind of like, microwaves are not good for you, they're unhealthy, like standing too close to a microwave is gonna like cause you all this like health problems. And so yeah, my parents like didn't have a microwave in our house growing up, and I didn't actually know how to use a microwave until I was like way too old. I remember the first time I ever used a microwave was when I was like 12 years old, and I like decided to bring like a lunch to school that I could microwave. And so I was like standing in front of the microwave, and I didn't know how to use it because we didn't have a microwave. I'd never used one before. And so I had to ask one of my classmates to help, and the person that was closest was actually my like grade 12 crush, or my 12-year-old crush. And so I asked him like, can you show me how to use the microwave? And I was so embarrassed because I was like, I should know how to use a microwave. Like I'm 12 years old. Yeah, and so I was like blushing, asking my crush like, how do you use the microwave? I look back at it now, I think it's so funny. Unfortunately, I have a kind of a small kitchen, so there's not a lot of like counter space for cooking. Just too bad, but it's fine. I mean, it's mostly just, I'm the only one who ever cooks here anyways, because I have one other roommate, but she never cooks and is never really home, so I get to just like use it to myself. Okay, microwave the butter. That's what we're gonna do now. Air fryer is a game changer. I need to get an air fryer. I totally agree. I had an air fryer at my old apartment, but it belonged to my roommate. So I don't have one now. But yeah, they are the best. Like I fully am like, I need to buy an air fryer, especially because like the oven in this apartment is like pretty old. So like I'd rather not use it all the time. Like I'd much rather just use like an air fryer for most things. You remember your babysitter never used a microwave and she cooked the metal utensil? I almost did that. Oh my god. Actually, I did that. When I was like 14, still didn't own a microwave. And me and my friend were hanging out and we like were baking. We decided to make cupcakes. And she had a microwave. So we like microwaved we were putting something in the microwave, but I didn't know that you couldn't put metal in it. And so I also microwaved the metal and it started sparking, and we like turned it off and it was fine. But yeah, that was my unfortunate first experiences with the microwave. Don't worry, now I know how to properly use a microwave. Oh, I over melted the butter big time. Okay, whoops. I forgot that it works so quickly, and my bad, I just like fully melted it. Whoops. I think I'm just gonna use it like this anyways. I'm too lazy to like get more, so I'm just gonna pour in the melted butter and hope it doesn't like ruin the crumble for the top. I feel like it's fine. You can just like eyeball some parts of recipes. Okay, so now we need to kind of crumble this butter in. And this way you can do it with your hands too if you want. Yeah, same here. My mom said we should use microwave as little as possible for food. Don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. There's all these ideas back then about like, oh, microwaves are like unhealthy. And it probably does like somewhat reduce the nutritional quality of your food. But I don't think it like is gonna like give you health problems using a microwave. I don't know. I have to check the science, but I'm not like, I don't cook everything in a microwave because also it doesn't taste very good. I feel like when you microwave everything, like certain things are fine, but it makes your food like not as tasty. So I don't microwave everything, but I think it's fine to use a microwave. Everything you ate is right if you do exercise. That's very true. Yeah, exercise is just, I mean, diet is very important, but exercise is also like you need both. Anyways, we're not an exercise channel, so I shouldn't be out here giving you advice on food and exercise. I can tell you guys about video games and probably that's about it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play some Risk of Rain tonight. I'm very excited to get back into the game. I just finally beat the first level. So the way Risk of Rain works, which I'm sorry I keep talking about this, but I'm genuinely obsessed with Risk of Rain right now. So this is just what you guys are going to hear about. But the way it works is there's like 3 quote unquote like levels, but they're really just like difficulties. So there's, you know, like easy, medium, hard. And you can play each one to go through like the entire set of kind of like worlds. Like the way it goes, you kind of, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but you go through like different like biomes, I guess, for one level. And then you go through like 5 of them. And then there's the final biome with the final boss. And so you have to like survive through all of it because if you die, you get sent back to the beginning. So yeah, I just beat it with the first difficulty, and I'm really excited to try the like medium difficulty and see how it goes. But yeah, I highly recommend Risk of Rain if you haven't played it. Okay, so I'm gonna do like crumbling with my hands with this mixture. This is just the like the crumble topping, which I feel like doesn't have enough like flour or oats in it, but I'm not gonna mess too much with the recipe if I can. But yeah, tomorrow I have to do some work. Unfortunately, I have like some big projects that are due soon, so I'm gonna be working on that. But this weekend, I definitely want to take some time off and just play a bunch more Wukong. I'm almost on Astrobot too, so I'm probably gonna finish that up this weekend. And then that's kind of, yeah, gonna be my week. Just gonna hang out, play a bunch of video games. I'll probably do like a proper live stream sometime this weekend, like a non-vertical, like normal horizontal live stream and play some video games. So you guys can stay tuned for that. Oh my god, my hands are so messy now from cooking this, or from putting my hands in here. Just like covered in like sugar and butter and oats. This is very messy indeed. Sometimes you just have to get your hands in there. Like there's certain recipes it's just better to mix it by hand. Okay, we're done with that. Alright, got all the butter off my hands. It was getting pretty messy. Hello, I'm sorry I can't understand what you typed in here, but hello, welcome to the new person who just joined the chat. I think I'm going to add a bit more oats and flour to this because it's very like wet still. Like it's too much butter in here, so I'm going to add a bit more. I'm going a little bit off recipe with this now. This is not what they told me to do, but I feel like it needs a little bit more. So I'm just gonna add a little bit and hope that goes okay. Okay, flour too. Okay, that should be good. Okay, and then mix this, and then I think we're pretty much done. We just want to like put this on top. So we're getting there. I'll be asked about gameplay. Probably it's because I like more video games for children. I know that Astrobot is like kind of for kids, but I also feel like it's not just for kids because they put so many like references to games that definitely aren't kids games. So I feel like Astrobot is like not just a kids game. Besides that, I just really enjoy it. So Amanda, what game of entertainment you enjoy the most in games or TV shows? Like action, adventure, comedy, sci-fi? I'm a huge action fan. When it comes to video games, it's probably the same. I'm a huge action and fantasy fan. I love fantasy style like games and TV shows. I love action. I do really like comedy TV shows, and I just played a video game that's kind of, I guess, would be like a comedy genre video game, which is, we played together on a stream actually, thank goodness you're here. And that was so fun, it was so funny, and I really enjoyed like playing that on stream, because I was laughing, could not stop laughing the entire time I was playing it. Like if you guys haven't seen Thank Goodness You're Here, or played it yourself, like go watch somebody play it. I have a playthrough on my channel, but just go watch anybody play Thank Goodness You're Here, or go play it yourself, because it is hilarious. It's so funny. Such a good game, so I definitely recommend doing that one. Okay, I think this is done now. This is actually a lot more crumble than I thought it was going to be, so hopefully this actually fits in my pan, but okay. And, okay, sprinkle evenly. Okay, so I have to put this over top the apples now. So here is our bacon. Yeah, I'm a little worried this isn't all gonna fit in here, but hopefully. And I'm just gonna pour that over top. Oh, this smells delicious. I wish you guys could smell this because it smells like cinnamon and sugar. So good. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of spread this over the top. There we go. Here is our apple crisp ready to go in the oven. Rain 13, thank you so much for the donation. That is so sweet of you. Wow, thank you so much. That is really nice. Happy American Thanksgiving. You look amazing. Thank you so much. I'm glad you could drop by and say hello. I know it's not Canadian Thanksgiving, but you know, happy American Thanksgiving. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That is a really sweet donation. Also good timing because we just finished making the crisp. Look at this. It's honestly, smells so good. Oh, you can like smell the butter and sugar. Wow, crisp is delicious. Okay, so I need to cover the baking dish, I guess. So I'm gonna put some tin foil on top of this, and then we're gonna throw it in the oven. And it has to cook for like 35 minutes. So unfortunately, I don't think you guys will get to see the the end of the crisp, but I'll share a picture when it comes out of the oven. So yeah. How are you doing today, Rain 13? I know it's probably not a holiday, so maybe not anything super exciting going on for you, but are you playing any cool video games or doing anything fun this week? Okay, so I'm going to cover this with baking powder. What am I saying? Not baking powder. Tin foil. And yeah, that's how you make crisp. Really simple. You literally just like, and you can also use any fruit. Like I did an apple crisp. You could do this with like mixed berries, with strawberries, really whatever you want. So super simple. Thankfully I remembered to actually preheat the oven, so we can throw this in. Alright, there we go. And now I just need to wait for 35 minutes. And there's our apple crisp. That was fun. I'm gonna set a timer so I don't forget. Let's see, 35 minutes. Okay, there we go. Cool, okay, apple crisp is ready to go. All right. Look on the bright side, now you have 2 Thanksgiving. That's very true. I do have 2 Thanksgiving. I did actually, I was back in Vancouver, back home for Canadian Thanksgiving. So I had like a whole Thanksgiving dinner with my family there, which is super nice. And now I get to have another Thanksgiving. So yeah. It's nice and wintry out. I watch Inside Man, Most Wanted on Netflix, and it's fun. Oh, I've never heard of that one, but maybe I'll have to check it out. I just finished watching Interview with the Vampire, which was the most chaotic TV show I've seen in a long time, but it was pretty fun. So that was a good one, and they have season 1 on Netflix now. And then now I'm gonna like move into watching Arcane, so super excited about that. How did the Lego painting go? Oh, it's done. Actually, I can show you guys. Okay, hold on. I was gonna share a picture, but let me. I have it. I did another stream doing a Lego building, and let's see. Can I flip the camera? Oh, here it is. Yeah. There we go. There's the Lego set. It actually looks so nice in real life. Like, it turned out, you can't really like tell without like, it's hard to tell like on a video, but you can see like the actual detail. Like, it's got like a ton of 3D elements. It looks super cool in real life. So super happy with it. I got like a little setup here with my plants. I got this cute little cactus and some succulents. And then this was actually a gift from Chris on my throne wish list, which is very cool. You can like set it up like this and it does designs, and the little ball like moves on its own to create different designs, which is crazy cool. So I have it right now like set, and it made this rose, but I can like reset it and it makes all these different designs. So yeah, it's very cool. I love my little setup there. And yeah, I love the Lego set. Looks really cool. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to like hang it up on the wall or just leave it like kind of sitting like where it is now, but huge fan. I love it. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Yeah. So, okay. Well, 2 o'clock. I have like 2 hours for until I can finish. Till I have to go meet my friend. So for Thanksgiving, go to her house. So we got some time since finishing the crisp. I like your talent for the picture. Thank you. I mean, I didn't design that myself. It just does it automatically, but it's very cool looking. Yeah. Very cool. This is super fun. I have a lot of stuff to clean now. You guys can't see it because it's off camera, but there is quite the mess on the counters now. So I have a bunch of dishes to do. Yeah, so I think we'll probably wrap up this little mini baking stream there, but thanks so much guys for coming. It was so fun to try out doing a stream like this. Like, it's kind of fun. I like having it on my phone. Like, it makes it really like chill and easy to set up, and I can bring you guys into the kitchen or different parts of my house. So that's kind of like a bonus to doing it this way. But yeah, thanks so much for coming. I will maybe share a like picture or something of the final crisp when it comes out of the oven so you guys can see. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving dinner. Like, thanks so much for coming and hanging out. I hope you eat lots of good food with your family. If you're not American and don't celebrate Thanksgiving today, then I hope you eat some good food anyways, and just play some video games. Try out Risk of Rain 2 if you want, because that's a great game. But yeah, thanks so much guys. I had such a blast. I really appreciate you all coming out for the stream. So I'll see you guys soon. I'll probably do a stream. Actually, I might do a Risk of Rain stream sometime this weekend, so stay tuned. There will definitely be a stream either Friday or Saturday, or honestly maybe both. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I actually don't know how to end these streams because it's the first time doing this, but thanks so much for coming guys. How do I do this? Okay, bye!